Hey Michael, how you doing, bud? Thank you for the follow, mate. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to Wednesday night on Twitch. Y'all know what time it is. It's SOP, and it is round number 4 from the 2022 Grid Finder World Sprint Championship. We are, of course, sponsored by Grid Finder, where you can search for and have sim racing communities just like ourselves and thousands more on the platform. Grid Finder lets you search up racing leagues quickly and easily, whether you want to race on ACC like this or other sim titles like R Factor 2 or iRacing. It has a selection of over 30 racing titles hosted by thousands of communities alike. You can also find on Grid Finder an option to search for broadcasters and commentary teams and even livery designers who can create that next livery you desire. If you're on a community yourself and you're watching this, head over to grid-finder.com and get yourself signed up. We are here, as I said, for round number 4. We've beaten Laguna Seca, Imola and the Nürburgring this evening. It is the Hungaroring, and it is full wet as the opening indicated. The drivers are out practicing at the moment. I'm pretty much out of breath. The times that we're seeing already are absolutely ridiculous. They're quicker than me in the dry. Fanatec for sale. Sorry, that joke will not get old. We are here, of course, to see some racing this evening. We've got a three-way split on the track, of course. We've got the AMs, the Pros and the Silver. 30 minutes qualifying. Split 10 minutes each for each of the classes. It is Rafa Campos that is leading the way at the moment, 156, only 4 points ahead of Remco Snell, and they've got a 45-point gap over Ben Sullivan in third. So early doors still, obviously a lot of points still to play for. Love the internet points. A lot could happen, but these two trading blows on the podium, as we can see in Imola and Nürburgring. Could these be the two to charge off with the championship? I'm sure Ben Sullivan is going to have something to say about that. He's in third at the moment. Huckabee Brown and Ben Sullivan's teammate Tim Williams sharing 95 points with a healthy 30-point gap back to Huckabee's teammate Pete Jeffrey, and Tim Williams and Ben Sullivan's teammate Luke Sherlock. That's right, so it's Sausage Dodger AKM, Sausage Dodger AKM, Sausage Dodger. Then we've got Hugh Morris, also known as Salmacas. Jessica Paletti, of course, found herself on the podium at race number 1. Didn't manage to finish at the Nürburgring, and a disappointing 11th by her own standards there at Imola. See her still inside the top 10. Daxi Man doing racing, allegedly. You did send me that message, Daxi. Bad idea. We've got Wolfgang Kung, Eric Albright, another one of the Sausage Dodgers. I better get my A into G. In the silver class, it's Theo Anton leading the way with Marcus Dewsman second, and Ignat. I was going to go for the surname again, Iggy, I promise I won't. I do love the fact. Oh, that's really loud. I proper jumped there. That notification was loud. I've had to change the audio again. Right, let's not do that to yourself, John. Wow. Thank you, Math. Thank you for the prime bait. Listen, you guys, you know the script. You only get one of those. Thank you for bringing it here, mate. I really appreciate that. And a big shout out to Mike Wright if he's watching. He did give us a follow earlier. I'm not sure if he's putting notifications on. It's my nephew. So it's good to see him joining in. But Matt, thank you very much for the prime, mate. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the gang. So where was I? Sorry, we were talking about the silvers at the moment. Oh, free practice, 2 minutes left. We're just about going to do this in time. We've got Nelson Pinto. He's been unfortunate in a couple of races. Mr. Death Zone, of course. James Rollins there in fourth. Marco Ticini is in 7th, Chromadex. Klaus Christensen. I'm actually confused about this one because I did mention Christian Romano there. Apologies for the pronunciation, but Klaus and Christian, Christian were giving themselves a bit of to and froing. But Dex, you're in the silvers and he's in the golds. He's in the pros. Moving swiftly on, Jimmy Roy Horn rounding out the top 10 for the silvers with Emil Krasik-Taras and David Lewis. Definitely out of character results for D. He's been caught up in a few incidents himself. 11th and 13th, expect definite better, an improvement towards the end of the season with Marquis Marks in 13th. Then is the pros. Is it any surprise? We have a rookie monster atop the field. It is Luca Tavanari once again in the Lexus this time. All the ones next to his name. Qualifying's just about started, so I didn't manage to get through everything. Sack the broadcaster, I hear you cry. Let's just move that into the right place. Excellent, that's worked. We'll get drivers out on track in a moment, but it's Tavanari leading the way, but Alfie Barron tucked in behind, 52 points behind. He's got a 20-point cushion over Liam Page with Lee Kingy McGee in 4th. Machiavelli in 5th. Christian Romano, just mentioned there, he's in 6th. I expect better than that 13th there. Been on the podium. What a result for him last week. Ilko Busing as well in the Honda. That 14th really belaying the talent that he's got behind the wheel, as we well know. Musa Musum second in race 1 and out of character, 15th in race 2 and didn't make race number 3, which sees him down in 10th, but definite podium contender when he's on track. Again, Tony McCoven 3rd, 11th and 11th. Leon Seeley, Milton Tomlinson Dennis is a weapon behind the wheel. Again, the 14th and the 12th belay his pace. So is belay the word I'm looking for there? I'm not sure. AJ to the P, Kenny Ballard, Michael Hauser, Abram Holzer. No slouches down here at the bottom of the grid, which is why this championship is, once again, as I predicted, going to go right down to the last week. I love it when I'm right. I'm sure you lot at home don't know. Let me get us out on track with anyone that's on track, basically, so we can actually see the cars. Let's put some sound on and let us. Yeah, there we go. There's what you came to see. Certainly not listening to me. It is the cars out on track, and it is the ARMS who are going to take the first 10-minute qualifying session. There is Mr. Sullivan. Now, who was it that was asking me about there? It was one of the sausage dodgers during the week was checking up on his livery. Was it Tim? Let's hope it was Tim, because his livery is working tonight. Excellent. Yeah, it's always a good start. Always a good start. Ben is out on track. He's looking fab. Huckabee, yep, full AKM. Tim, sorted. Pete Jeffrey, banging. Wolfgang Kuhn in the McLaren. Eric Albright, another one of the sausage dodgers. Yep, he's got the yellow tip, so I knew his was fine. Who else? Hugh Morris, Mr. Salmakis. There we go. In the mucker, mate. In the mucker. EOA Fresh Brizzle in the chat. Well, Leon Seeley was just getting picked up in the chat as well. A long time since I've heard that sexy voice. I know she put a lol at the end. I'll try not to be too offended. Good to see you back in the chat, Brizzle. How was your racing career going? Are you switched over to PC yet? You're going to tell me your name. This is where you tell me your real life name, and I realise that you've probably been racing here for a while already. Or are you still doing the console thing? How was the racing going with EOA? How's the rest of the EOA gang? Are they all still complete and utter aliens behind the wheel? I'm assuming they are. Very quick lot. We don't have any times set as yet. No Rafa Campos. Yes, there we go. Of course he is. There he is there. One of the SOP drivers. Another one. Yep, still aliens. yeah, ridiculous team. Ridiculously quick team, so they are. But yeah, mate, get yourself transferred over to PC and get enjoyed. Or are you on the PS5? Are you looking forward to it? Are you on the PS5? Are you looking forward to the update? Are you kind of on PS4 thinking, nah, we've been left behind again? Because I'm not even sure, because PS5... Hello from the race servers, is King Phoenix, whose name I'm going to forget again. There's too many differences. Remind me again, King Phoenix, because I do remember you disconnected last week. You had a bit of a server issue, didn't you? Or there was some kind of issue that you had last week. And your name was revealed, and I've obviously forgotten it. They're making me get to go faster. Here, listen. Hanging with the quicker ones, it will definitely help. The consistency, honestly, it's all about the consistency. To finish first, you must first finish. Oh, look at that. Is it not an SOP qualifying session when there's two drivers less than a tenth from one another, and it just so happens to once again be on pole? It is Tim Williams, 5th in the championship. Slight flex in the BMW, joined by Rafa Campos, championship leader. Only Williams has got his nose in front on the front row of the grid for the ARMS. Huckabee Brown just behind Hugh Morris, and we can see one of the AKM drivers just backing out of his lap there. Made a bit of a mistake. This track obviously is an absolute dream for commentators. The names are pretty easy to remember. We can quickly go through them. We've got turn 1, turn 1A, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6 and turn 7 right on top of one another, the chicane. Couldn't even give the chicane a name. Turn 8, turn 9, turn 10, turn 11, turn 12, turn 12A, turn 13 and turn 14. Yeah, that's fascinating stuff. It really was a long board meeting. A lot of coffee and biscuits went through there, I am absolutely sure. Waiting for an op at the moat. Have 2 screws in my neck. Ow, due to a trapped nerve in both shoulders. Ouch. Yeah, I've had a neck injury after basketball, and I can't even begin to imagine how painful that is, bud. But yeah, have a safer. Don't go rushing back or anything crazy. Like, take your time, get yourself all sorted out. Obviously wishing you a speediest of recoveries, but yeah, don't do anything Yeah, don't come rushing back. Yeah, get yourself sorted. That sounds like a bit of a bad one. Have they got any sort of timetable on it? Are you going to be waiting a while? We're just seeing... Ooh, Ben Sullivan. 3 BMWs on the front row of the grid. Campos. Not to be outdone. We've got 3.5 minutes left of the qualifying here. Nothing like 2 screws to keep the nerves trapped. Indeed, Mr. Death Zone. Nelson Pinto, of course, on track at the moment. But yeah, Defo Leon. Leon, how are you feeling ahead of this evening's race? Mr. D, how are you feeling ahead of this evening's race? Let us know. Any heads up on any potential pit strategies? Of course, the mandatory pit stop will need to be taken. That is, I believe, yes it is. All the arms have set times. It's Luke Sherlock in 10th at the moment, with Huckabee Brown in 9th. Wolfgang Kuhn taken up in 8th position. Sorry, not taken up, he's in 8th position on the 4th row of the grid, joined by Eric Albright. Hugh Morris is on row number 3 at the moment, side by side with Pete Jeffries. Row 2 is Remco Snell, second in the championship, finds himself behind Tim Williams. Front row of the grid for the arms at the moment, it is Ben Sullivan and Rafa Campos, who can be separated by half a tenth of a second over a rain-drenched 2.7 mile track. That's 4.3 kilometres for the uneducated amongst us. Feeling good, pace is there. Just hope turn 1 is clean. Oh yes, I would love to wax lyrical about the history of the name of turn 1, but it is called turn 1, so we'll quickly gloss on. The track, of course, very young compared to most of its fellow F1 tracks. 1986 this little beauty was put together. Not much changed either. It's only grown by 1/3 of a mile. And then the little chicane that we see Rafa coming through at the moment, throwing it right over those curves, getting a bit of grass on the outside. It's not going to help the traction. Gets the turn in he needs though. Avoids that curb. In fact, avoids both of them. Definitely the best strategy in this weather. Was shocked over weekend on 3 hours at Monza, and it was clean as hell. Oh, nice. Nice. I like it. We do love a bit of Monza action. Turn 1 does fill you with dread as a broadcaster. But yeah, they do manage to keep it clean these days. Let's see, Rafa, Tim. Who's actually up? Hugh Morris actually at the moment. 4/10 of a second up. Wouldn't actually improve his position, but it would strengthen it and give him a bit of a gap time-wise to Eric Albright, who isn't up at the moment. Look, Sherlock is slightly up as well. The bots are properly kicking in. These guys have got, this will be their last lap then. Ben Sullivan is in the pits and he's taken pole position by 3.5 tenths. Take a bow, Ben. Rafa Campos. Oh, he is going to get one more lap actually. 55 seconds left, so he is allowed to finish this lap. Of course, on the 20-minute mark, it will be the silvers coming out the pits, but the arms can finish their laps. What's thing 3 of a race? I needed a wee after 15 minutes. Oh, damn! Yeah, that'll keep you on your toes. It definitely makes late braking a lot more interesting, that is for sure. Tim Williams at the moment. Hugh Morris actually has found an entire second. So he is knocking on the shoulders of Pete Jeffrey. Dropped a little bit of time there. Look, Sherlock putting in a good one as well. He's found over half a second. Huckabee Brown on the verge of half a second, but it's Hugh Morris in the mucker, in the wet tyres. He is coming around. When can okay, because I've got the stream on my phone. Haha, that's why. Let me just fix that so that doesn't come through. There we go. Excellent. That's that done. There we go. Any improvements? No. Ben Sullivan, Campos, Williams, Snell, Morris all come across the line. Morris didn't improve there, so he didn't overtake Jeffrey. We do have the silvers out on track. They are now beginning to set their flying laps. I'll have a quick run through. Who we're all cheering on in the chat? Who does everyone reckon is going to win tonight? There was, I believe, there was an SOP driver on the podium in each of the classes last week, which was not bad. But there is 11 drivers for SOP in this event, so definitely to be expected. Iggy with some blistering pace this season as well. In third overall, as I say, didn't start at Imola, but first and fourth. So yeah, if he'd have scored any types of points at Imola, he's certainly been a lot closer than he is at the moment to Mr. MSX, Marcus Juzma. Yep, he is. So he's just on an outlap actually. We will see times coming in pretty soon. Another one of the rookie monsters there. It's Edgar Urich, sorry. No T on the end, just adding letters. AMR Dubs! Alright, neighbour. How are ya? Pinto and Anton in those mercs, I expect, near the front, says Simon. AMR Dubs, how you doing? Don't know why I went for a Geordie accent there. That was, yeah, one of my worst yet. I will promise never to do that again. Let's see if we're getting some times from the Silvers. Bunyan looked like he was giving a bit of space to the driver in front there. Will we get some helmet cam and see what the drivers are dealing with? Hopefully that doesn't drown out my voice, although you might want it to drown out my voice, you never know. We'll jump on board then with Matt Bunyan, one of the SOP Sports drivers. Still no times at the moment from any of the Silvers. That will change very soon. Into turn 1. You can brake a lot later in here. You really need to get as tight to that apex as possible. Open the corner out for yourself on the exit. Coming under the bridge, looking for the curbs on the right to indicate when to brake. Again, keep it here. You want to keep it off that white curb. I tell you, that is Spinala City right there. Flat out as early as possible through here. Throw over that curb. But again, in these conditions, drivers may be slightly timid going over those curbs. Again, this one here, you really do need to take a lot of this curb to make the corner work for you. In these conditions, could be fun. Following this one all the way around to the right into the chicane of Insanery, which it quite is. Very much a switchback chicane, double right back on yourself, through there you come. Tricky little section through here. This one catches me out a lot. On the curb on the left, avoid the curb on the right if you can. Again, avoid the curb on the right here, use a bit on the left for the run out, get yourself over to the right, flat out, throw it in to the left. Oh, it's a brave man that takes that curb unsettled down to third gear, get it in tight, foot down early, use as much of the curb on the left as you can, under the bridge, down the hill, looking for the curbs again, braking around about the 100 metres I would say in the wet. Ride this curb if you can. Again, under the bridge. Oh, and there you go, you're all being saved. We do have silver times coming in at the moment. Mark Bunyan coming round the penultimate bend as we speak. There's a pit entrance on the right hand side. We'll see all the cars coming in there at one point in time. In the last corner there, you're right, is an absolute spitting image at the last corner of the Nürburgring. Mark Bunyan crossing the line, and he puts himself 11th overall. A couple of the arms still hanging on in there. Let us get ourselves a wider view and see that it is Simon's predictions are absolutely coming through, and it is Nelson Pinto, Mr. Death Zone, gone 8 seconds quicker than the arm qualifying time at the moment with a 53.0. I wonder how quick we're going to see the aliens go. We've got Busey in the chat. How we doing, bud? How are you looking forward to this one tonight? Going to be a fun one. AMR Dubs, I did on Chief. Nice. We all love a bit of Fat Rascal. If you don't, Fat Rascal, by the way, I hope you still watch the VODs and you're still enjoying them, bud. If you are, I hope you're having a good day at work and nothing too taxing, and the race should be very entertaining. Yeah, I'm good, Busey. I'm good. I've got a new job, 12-hour shifts. Yeah, been a bit chopping and changing, but we're getting there. So, yeah, fun track, fun conditions, not so much speed, sadly. That is a fair assessment right there. We'll definitely give you that one. Teo Anton and Matt Bunyan, both half a second up at the moment. Teo will be looking to continue his charge at the top of the field. Second and first. 3 podiums in a row. is what has given him a 6-point lead over Juzma. Of course, I did say Iggy has seen himself 2 top 5 finish, a first and a fourth actually. Let's not discredit him. I hope the job is fun. Yeah, this is going to be fun from here. I was actually doing some commentary on an Australian channel, Chad Rice. If you don't know, get to know. Chad is amazing. And he said, yeah, what do you think of this track and car combination? I said, well, I think it's amazing because I'm not the one driving it. But yeah, I do have a bit of PTSD from the last time I drove around this track. Not going to lie, it was a big old pilot. But yeah, it's a good track. I do enjoy it. It certainly tests the Ferrari to its limit. And yeah, definitely test the drivers to their limits as well. Edgar here, one of your fellow rookie monsters, Busey, he finds himself, or he was a 10th to the good. But the curse of the commentator kicking in there. Iggy in 14th overall, which is 11th in class at the moment. See, I can count. In the bim and double yard. Just coming through the chicane there, expecting big things from him. He's only a 10th up at the moment. I'm sure he'll find pace before the session ends. Jimmy Boy Horn got 4 tenths in his pocket. That would see him rocket up the positions at the moment. Still very close. Row 1 actually. So let's talk Ben Sullivan here. He's in the pits. James Rollins is out on track. He is 800ths behind Sullivan, who's hanging on to a front row position at the moment. Looking very good for him. Getting an epic start. Ooh, and Rollins in the McLaren. Well held, that man. Wow. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's see if this will work. Yes! It's backed! It's back, goddammit! Can I do that? Yeah, I can. So let's watch this wiggle on the way out. I can't believe that worked. Haha! Coming into the apex. Also, it was unsettled on the apex. Coming through there. Ooh, that's a whole lot of dedication to catching that apex, and that is some seriously well-held action right there. Right, how do I... There we go. Oops, what's happened there? Hey, he's back out on track. There we go. That went quite smoothly, I think. Congratulations, me. Busey, I'm lurking. Have fun watching us slide. Oh, yes, I will, my good man. For those about to slide, we salute you. So yeah, definitely grateful for what we see. Oh, Marco Tacchini. I hope I'm getting that right. I'm going to pronounce it 3 different ways now because I've got really paranoid about it. You know when you get something wrong in your head and you try and correct yourself, but you're worried that the correction is incorrect, so you just make the reconnection and it turns out you're incorrect anyway. Yeah, no, just me. Moving swiftly on then. 1.5 tenths separates Tacchini and Pinto at the top of the field. Edgar Urick has propped himself right up on row 2 as well. 3 tenths behind Pinto with a 53 flat at the moment. We do have a couple of drivers got a bit of time in their pocket. Amir Kashiktaras, Iran racing team in the Ferrari, trying to find a few tenths where he can. He's got 3 tenths, 4 tenths in his pocket as we speak. Bear with me 2 seconds. There we go, just had to sort myself a little bit of a drink there. Ba-dum-bum. Okay. Here we go. All the buttons, all the gadgets. Let's see how they're getting on at the front. No one. Ooh, Iggy. He is up to 9th. So he did find time on his last lap. He's found another 4 tenths. Klaus Christensen, oh wow, those two have just traded positions then, so Klaus went quicker, but so did Iggy to gazump him then. Klaus currently sitting in 8th, it's Iggy that's got 7th position. Jimmy Boy Horn and Amir Kashiktar is trading places as well. Matt Bunyan throwing his hat into the ring. We've got Nelson Abrunhosa, we've got Mike this evening as well. If not, why have you not said hello in the chat yet, Mike? What's going on with that? He's usually kicking about. Nelson jumps back to the pits for the silvers. Let's see how it's going on up at the front. Yeah, a couple of drivers fighting with a time there, little tenths here and there, dropping them on the exit as they find them on the entrance to the corner. But this does now, of course, mean that the pros are taking to the track. Nelson Pinto currently holding on to pole position. James Rollins was in the front row of the grid, and he's come into the pit, so he won't improve. Championship leader Theo Anton is still out on track as the pros are getting on with their outlaps. Busick in the can, Egan, Tavanari, McCoven, Christian Romano, Kenny Millard, Leon, Siri, Alfie Barron, Lee King McGee, Matt Camelio, Alex Phillips, Liam Page, Milton Tomlinson, Dennis, all lining up for the pros this evening. I'm not overly excited, you are. Let's see if Theo Ancon can hold it together at the moment. Klaus as well, he's got 2 tenths in his pocket. That could be enough to see him jump a couple of places. He is coming around the penultimate corner now. And there is the dotted line for the pit entrance. The last corner. We're going to take a nice tight line. That's more of a start in a qualifying lap line, but he is keeping it between the mayo and the mustard. He is driving across the line. He's got a little bit of time there. And he has gone quicker. He's up to 6th position. Wow, look at the time there. Ben Sullivan, James Rowland, Klaus Christensen, all 8 tenths off the lead. Theo Anton and Iggy, 9 tenths. We've got Mark Bunyan and Rafa Campos a second. Jimmy Boy Horn, 1.2. Kasikris, 1.2. Williams, 1.3. Aaron Hoser, 1.4. 2 drivers, 1.6 seconds off the lead, all within the top 16. And I really need to stop looking at that and let's maybe show some actual cars doing some times then. Let's jump on board with one of my favourite drivers, one of my favourite human beings, let's face it. It is Christian Romano, ERS Chromedix. Unbelievable driver. His race start, his commentary ain't too shabby either, let's be fair. Yeah, Simon, are you in the chat? If you are, oh, I've not wrecked the picture of it, no. Yeah, so something like that, bud. Yeah, I've just basically changed what screen I'm using. I've cheated. So I've changed what screen, I've changed my microphone and stuff. But yeah, that's why we've got the picture fixed this week, and it doesn't look like it's all been compressed. Let's have a look at some rookie monsters. They really did bring the rainbow when it came to the liveries. There it is, in fact, there's Tavanari just ahead. Constantly stealing the limelight, look at. Honestly, give Tony and Ilko some cheesy peeps, honestly. But there is McCoven. As we know, Tony, one of the rookie monsters in the green. There's Luca Tavanari. And there is Ilko Busink. He's in the Honda. Oh yeah, great car. Kenny Millard for SOP, of course, in the Ferrari. Greatest car, as we well know. Let's have a look and see if there's been any change up at the top of the grid. Nope, they're all in, so it is Pinto, Ticini, Urich leading the way for the silvers with Rollins, Christensen and Anton just behind. Iggy, Mark Bunyan and Rafa Campos. Sorry, Rafa's in the arms. Oh, that's just gone out. That's really weird. And I've got Snell. And there's Luca Tavanari, first man to settle that. And it is a 52.9. So a quick 10th quicker than Liam Page, who's crossed the line. Nelson Pinto. Tommy McCoven has crossed the line as well. Ian Egan has taken the top spot, provisional pole. And there's Alfie Barn. We did give him a mention. He is very quick. Promoted to the pros after his raw pace in his first race in the silvers. And the times are tumbling like a joke I can't crack on this particular channel. 52.3 for Kenny Millard. Ian, I've seen the light. Egan in the Ferrari. He's going to love that joke. 4 tenths behind him. Look at the difference between himself and Alfie Barn in the McLaren. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm actually not sorry. 4 tenths. They both find themselves with a 10th clear of Luca Tavanari, who's still out of course setting laps. Busink bang on a second. Sees him in 9th place. Zombie Dom, how you doing, bud? Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. How's your racing been going, actually? We've not been doing much not been getting many full grids, unfortunately, on the PlayStation at the moment. But how has your racing been going, my good man? I take it you're still very much getting involved. Let me just check that. Any more times? Kenny Millard hasn't gone quicker. Christian Romano said he hadn't had much time to get some practice. He is in the Mercedes though, and after me mentioning that earlier, he's qualified 10th behind Mr. Dexter, Klaus Christensen. As I say, the two of them were having a bit of a back and forth last night, all in good humour. So definitely the pressure on Christian to finish ahead. Hi John, good to hear the lovely voice of you. Thank you very much. I don't know how much Simon pays you all to say that, but I really do genuinely appreciate it. And I'm only kidding. But yeah, no, it's good to have you back, Zombie. It's good to have you back. We love it all. It's good to see. I know, and it must be weird for you guys seeing so many. Italy just had an earthquake, John. Luca and Chrome both felt it pretty hard. Wow. Mental. I hope they're okay. Everybody okay? Obviously they're okay. They're still, well, actually not obviously they're okay. They're still driving. They're race drivers. Their house could be falling around about them, and all they'd be worried about was the internet connection. But yeah, no, hopefully everybody's okay. That is, yeah. Yeah, hopefully nobody's been hurt, obviously. Hopefully nobody's been hurt or anything. Jay Mullencat, it's crazy. Sim racing's still taking priority. I believe that Lee K. McGee's got himself a time as well. There we go, coming through the Death Chicken, trademark Chad Rice. He is 5th at the moment in the Bentley. Look at the time difference then. Look at Tavanari has said, excuse me Mr. SOP drivers, but that's my spot. Up on the top there, if you don't mind, vacating it. I will just retake it in the Lexus. Thank you very much. With the ever so slight flex as Lexus, 152.2, 700ths ahead of Egan, 900ths ahead of Millard. It just doesn't get any closer. It does not get any better. Millard in the Ferrari. Woohoo! He is using every millimetre of the track. I'm not 100% sure this lap will count. And Liam Page and Christian Romano, he is definitely recovered from the shake of the earthquake. And I tell you what, oh, this is going to be close. Oh my goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, Christian Romano, we're on board with him at the moment in the Mercedes. Simon did say he thought that car would run quite well this evening, and he is gone 5th. I tell you what, a 10th. He had that 10th coming in the last corner. He was 8/10ths up. Pole position was right there. How can you be a 10th off the lead and fight only in 5th position? Alfie Barnes been demoted. 6 drivers within a 10th and a half. That is just unbelievable stuff. Liam Page has just gone quicker. There's now 1500ths separating the top two. Arms and Silvers cleaned the track. Kapow! Says Mr. Death Zone. Doing a service, Nelson. Doing a service. I love it. Liam Page, he's not doing me a service. I've got to be up for 5 in the morning. I'm going to be pinging off the walls after this race. Look how close this is. Tavanari 1500s behind. Ian Egan 8700s behind. Kenny Millard is now a whole 10th behind. Christian Romano in 5th. Alfie Barn in 6th. Lee King and McGee in 7th position. Alfie's in the pits with a minute to go, so his time hunting is done. We've not even mentioned Leon Seeley yet. He is in 9th at the moment as well, and he's got a bit of time in his pocket. So did Matt Camelio. Kenny Millard is on an absolute stormer of a lap. So is Matt Camelio. I hope Kenny's not listening. I hope I've not put him off. He is absolutely flying in that Ferrari at the moment, and I think he's about to set an absolutely spectacular time. Ah, he's run wide. That won't count as a lap. Yeah, time in deltas indicated he was 4/10ths of a second up, and I tell you what, as soon as look at Tavanari, this. So yeah, the track is definitely showing. Is it showing a bit of improvement? Is it showing? That is a tight top 6, says J-Mud. You ain't kidding. You absolutely ain't kidding. It is ridiculously close up there. Ilko Busing's got some time in his pocket. 80 to the P. AKN driver, haven't mentioned him so far. Unbelievable stuff. Evening all, long time no see. Tropic Raw in the chat. How we doing, bud? Good to see you back again. Now on P. Who? Tropic's on PC as well. No, now, yeah. Who? What? Deso's on PC. We know that. Phillips, no improvement there. Kenny Millard. Kenny Millard. He's found the time. How did he manage to get another lap in that quick? Oh, nice. J-Mar, yes sir. What an adjustment at 1.8. Yes, indeed. Yeah, let's adjust to this for a second. Liam Page and Kenny Millard have both gone quicker than Luca Tavanari, who's half a second down. Ian Egan is Dyson with a tenth of a second, and Christian Romano looks like he is pretty much on the same time that he's on, even half a tenth at a minute. You can see him propelled another place. Tony McCoven is out on track, but he is in arrears again, only by a tenth. It's going to be very close as to whether any of these drivers can set another lap time. Millard's still out on track. What a pole position this would be to take for Kenny. And Liam Page is in the pits. Kenny Millard has got another tenth of a second in his pocket. Tavanari is in the pits. He is done and dusted. So it's Ian Egan and Christian Romano that are looking to topple. Okay, that's paused on. Look at Tavanari. I said he was 4/10 up. Let's have a look. Oh wow, Kenny Millard has really found some time. He has really found some time here. Coming in the last corner, we've seen a driver or two drop more than just a tenth here. He's 3/10 up, going into the corner, 2/10 up in a moment. Is he going to go sub 52 in that Ferrari? Incredible, with a 151.932. Kenny Millard in the Ferrari. Take a bow. Liam Page joining him on the front row of the grid. We'll look at Tavanari in third, Ian Egan fourth, Christian Romano fifth. What a starting lineup. We've got Alfie Barn in sixth, Matt Camelio in seventh, Lee Kingy McGee in eighth position, Benjamin Letalic in ninth, and Milton Tomlinson Dennis, who I hardly gave a mention to the apologies ERS team, but that is unbelievable stuff from the top 10. Look how close they are. 9/10 separating the top 8. Yes indeed, let us indeed hope for a clean start. That is not what I was supposed to do. This is what I was supposed to do. I'm new to this, give me a break. Let me just switch this over. There we go. So that is qualifying over. Why can I not do that? Let me just do that, and we'll do that. Fabulous. And that is Kenny Millard up at the top of the grid. MSX last the first challenge. That would be impressive. Let's not forget as well, this championship is of course sponsored by Grid Finder, where you can search for and have sim racing communities just like ourselves, with thousands more on the platform. Grid Finder lets you search for racing leagues quickly and easily, whether you want to race on ACC like this or other sim titles like R Factor 2 or iRacing. It has a selection of over 30 racing titles hosted by thousands of communities alike. You can also find Grid Finder. You can also find on Grid Finder, easy for me to say, an option to search for broadcasters and commentary teams, and even livery designers who can create that next livery you desire. If you're on a community yourself and you're watching this, head over to grid-finder.com to get yourself signed up. And yeah, why wouldn't you want to get signed up to one of these races? Kenny Millard taking the honours for the SOP. And you can see the ballast on the side there. Of course, we have what we call popularity ballast, based on the number of cars. That's how much ballast we add. And it is 2 cars with pretty decent ballast added that find themselves on the front row of the grid. So it shows you just what an effort it took for Millard and Page to get themselves up there. Yeah, incredible stuff around this track. Of course, famously known as the Hungaro train. Yeah, no, okay, so it's me that calls that the Hungaro train. Very difficult to overtake around here. Let's get some semblance of normality. We'll do the grid walk. Ooh, Dingaling's in the ear. Another Prime subscription. Tropic Rot, thank you, bud. That's 2 tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In fact, I'll tell you what, why don't have many forgot in the chat tonight? Bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Sorry, just while it's warming up, we'll just quickly embrace some technology. There we go. Excellent. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Busey, what the? I'm lagging. 9k from the UK. CJ Mark and Dr. Nailbender. Yes, what a 5 to get. How about picking 5 randoms? And that's the 5 you get. Absolutely love it. So there we go, Cheeky V5 in the chat. Let's get wet. Why is the alert box over on that side of the screen? Let's pop that in. There is everyone's name. Goes ding-a-ling. Right, okay. How do you... Oh, yes. Okay. We're going to run out of time. We'll do a bit of free cam. Free cam! As you can see, it is very wet. It is rain on the road. That's looking at a bit of an angle, but instead of doing a grid walk, we'll let them come to us. How about we'll let them come to us? I think that. WTF, I'm lagging! First time chat. How we doing, bud? How we doing? Welcome. Loving that handle. Oh, right, no, I've pressed the wrong button. Right, see, I'm what's known as a professional streamer. There is, yeah, no one ever said that. And we've totally killed it now. Yes! How did I make that disappear? Do that. Hey. There we go. Now all the cars are coming past in a truly professional manner that is even better than a grid walk, I find. Oh, you nearly hit the cameraman. Be careful. And there we go. Our valiant competitors taking off in the rain. Oh, that's a Porsche. Boom. As you can see, definitely was not joking about it being wet. That is a Honda, a Rookie Monsters Honda. What's going on with that? John just be having fun doing his own thing. Is there ever any other way, Simon? Right, who stole my computer mouse? Oh, don't do this to me now at the start of the race, come on. Where's the mouse gone? Has anybody seen the mouse? Has anyone seen the mouse? Aha! You have to troll. Oof. Sorry, that's what I get from being Spanish. Just so you know, Ransbar pit lane start and forcing Millard as a 30-second penalty being applied from the previous round. Oofed. J-Mor with a mouse in chat. Excellent. Thank you very much. Handing out the pointers there. Definitely needed, that's for sure. That is for sure. Let's just have a look at that. Oh, Kingy, bring your umbrella. Haha, yeah, quite a few of the drivers streaming this one, of course. Let's do that as well. There we go, another cheeky little thing. It is the Hungaro ring, it's an hour mandatory pit stops. It is Millard leading the way for the pros, Pinto leading the way for the silvers. And of course, Ben Sullivan qualifying 17th overall out of the 37 drivers. Not too shabby at all. Got quite a few behind them. Let's see our ERS. Barn 22 is lagging. Wi-Fi connection. Oofed. Yeah, Wi-Fi not the best. Message from RM. Yeah, he's a bit yellow actually. It's not a full red, so it should be okay. Hopefully. Let's have a look and see how the race goes then into turn 1. And it is a green light, and away they go, and instantly Page moves over to try and defend, or at least take the position. The lad keeps his nose in front, though. Tamanari moving up the inside. Ian Egan trying to make a move there as well. All very close in the background is Barron, Camilio and Lee. Kingy McGee getting very close there. They're going to go 3 wide. Lee and all the gang make it through very safely indeed with Camilio in 7th, McGee in 8th. Thomas and Dennis has made it through as well. Nelson Pinto just on a bit of a run wide there in turn number 1. Still finds himself in the lead of his group. He's got Takimi applying pressure as well. Tony McCoven and Edgar Uricht. Wow, that one will stop you in the track. Coming along nicely as well. In the arms it is Ben Sullivan. Still running very nicely indeed. Quite a few of the silvers behind him. The timing boards are going to do their cheeky updating things, so we've got no idea what's going on through turns 5, 6 and 7. Any second though we will do. There is, oh look, Sherlock looking a bit forlorn there. Saying he's in first, that'll update in a second, so he's been dropped behind somehow, but Liam Page has got the overtake done Let's see how he managed that then, as the Rookie Monsters trying to make another move there again. Oh, and there is the ding-a-ling. And there is the 327 card of Millard. Let's see what we do. There's a moose loose about the hoose. The Kieran Clifford. How you doing, bud? Thank you very much. We're watching the replay. I'm not sure how this is actually going to work. It should work okay. Oh, and he's run wide there. That's caused him a huge problem then in that Ferrari. And that'll be the moves that Liam Page was making to take first place. And it is now Luca Tavanari finds himself with a different SOP car. Oh, and there's been a big coming together in the background. And that was Tomlinson Dennis. No, it wasn't. It was Christian Romano. He's been caught up in something in the background there. Coming 3 wide. Yeah, back on board then. Romano down into 11th position. We won't be able to scroll far enough back to see a replay of that. We only just caught it in the background. It is still Liam Page though leading the way. Kenny Millard in second. All the pressure being applied by the Lexus. They've got 2 seconds back to Alfie Barn in the McLaren. Mark Camelio is in 5th with Italic now in 6th. McGee has made it up another place again. He's back up into 7th with Takini in 8th and Milton Thomas and Dennis in 9th. Leon Seeley up to 10th. Christian Romano down into 11th in that Mercedes. We've got Nelson Pinto leading the way. No, he's not leading the way for the Silvers because he ran off. It is actually Marco Tacchini, that is leading the way for the Silvers. He's up into 8th. Wow, so what a run he's had. Port Sandwich at the chicane there. Yes, indeed, there was. All kinds of kicking off. Alex Phillips is up to 15th position. Still Ben Sullivan leading the way for the Arms. Let me just make sure I change that to that. Yep, okay, there we go. Yeah, he's still leading the way for the Arms. Rafa Campos in second. Ian Egan's obviously been involved in something as well. He is way down the order. So there's obviously something we missed when we were looking for the overtake and the rewind function. Won't go that far back, so we'll just have to guess. Ilko Busick. 15-second penalty for car number 327. That is Kenny Millard with a 30. Oh, that's been added from last week, of course. So he's got 30 seconds to spend in the pit. So yes, that was what Simon was mentioning in the chat. Look at Tavanari all over the back of him, as we can see. Nice tight group here in the middle then with Takini. Do we have a rear view mirror on this one? Yes, we do. He finds himself behind McGee, just ahead of Tomlinson Dennis. So it's an AKMERS sandwich for the big man. Been a while since I've seen a stream. Do the number colours white, grey, red collaborate to Pro, Silver and Am? Yes, indeed they do. The white is the Pro, the grey silvery ones are the Silvers, and the red are the Arms. So you can see Takini well and truly punching, safe to say at the moment, up in 8th position. That might not be the case for much longer. He does have Milton Thomas and Dennis, and I can tell you firsthand he is very quick. Speaking of very quick, his teammate Christian Romano has gathered himself then. Doesn't look like he's carrying any damage, so hopefully it was just a quick off-track excursion. He's managed to clean his tyres, certainly plenty of water to keep the tyres nice and clean. And yeah, he can make a charge back for the top. Alex Phillips looking to do so in the Bentley again. He's got Edgar just ahead of him. He'll be looking to overturn there. Nelson Pinto, yeah, down in 3rd now in the Silver, so hopefully, again, not too much damage we're seeing, or not any damage we're seeing, or I'm certainly seeing on his car. So hopefully it was just a little run wide, no contact, and he can get himself Chrome and Ian collided. Ah, no way. Nightmare. There we go. In these conditions, oh, let's be fair, you're going to get a few bit of door banging then. Jimmy Boy Horn, Marcus Dewsbury and Mustafa Ransbar have all taken their pit stop. Dewsbury, of course, in the old school Aston Martin. So those three very early doors coming in and getting that job done. Pete Jeffrey, Luke Sherlock, Hockey Brown, Eric Albright, all running on track at the moment. Wolfgang Kung and Hugh Morris just ahead of him. Ilko Busing for the Rookie Monsters, one of the pros down at 28th at the moment. He's got Mark Bunyan just ahead of him, and they've got Tim Williams 4th for the Arms at the moment. 26th overall, so not too bad going. No SOP strategies in play for pits, I promise, lol. Simon doing his best Pinocchio impression there. I definitely have to play you at poker one day. Let's see how we're doing. Kenny Millard absolutely flying at the moment. He's got himself a lot of time in his pockets. Alfie Barron that's set the quickest lap so far. Lee Kingy McGee finds himself trying to get past Benjamin Letalik, one of the rookie monsters, of course. Tomlinson Dennis tucked right in there as well, trying to get his way past the Keeney. Did I remember to switch it off? No, I did not. Virtual mirror for the win. So we'll do that instead. The Heimer Blushes. Excellent. And that's a lot of curb. That's not going to be much momentum for Takini as he comes around there. I want to tell you, we've got Lee just ahead, all over the back of Letalik. And the rookie monsters, I'm sure, won't be losing much sleep if Lee gets left down the grid. So I'm sure the Ferrari guided rookie monster machine will do their best to keep him back there. Look at Tavanari, still all over the back of Kenny Millard. Precision driving from these three up at the front, literally on top of one another in these conditions. BMW, Ferrari and Lexus like it ain't no thing. Christian Romano, actually, let's have a look here. He's trying to get his way past Leon Seeley. What team is Leon? He's SOP this week. Excellent. Oh yeah, of course, I wasn't sure if he'd run DGC. What's the other team run? DJC? Can't remember. Having a look up the inside, not to be though. The Mercedes very, very planted around that corner, so definitely doesn't look like he is carrying too much damage at all. Rafa Campos has just got the overtake done on Klaus Christensen, in fact. So those two have traded places. Hopefully Klaus has had a clean start as well. His McLaren not seeming to get the grips as well. Oh, Ian Egan. He has come into pits in his Ferrari. So yeah, plenty early pit stop action on display. Romano still trying to close on Leon Seeley, and look at Tavanari. He's still trying to get his way past Kenny Millard. And they've got Alfie Barron now right on top of them as well. Alfie with the fastest lap of the race so far. You can see, I'm not sure if it comes through on stream. Obviously with it being down to 720, just so we can get as many viewers in as possible. You really can see puddles. Ooh, there we go. Puddles galore on the track. The top four separated by about a second and a half. Tomlinson Dennis is still trying to get his way past the Keeney, who's still watching the battle between McGee and Letalik as they come in to the last corner. Another lap in the bag for the leaders. 4 laps in. Page, Millard, Tavanari still holding on to the podium spots. Now, this might actually be the biggest gap we've seen between Tavanari and Millard since the race started. It's going to, of course, close again under braking. Equilibrious gaps of 6/10 between Millard, Tavanari and Barron. For all you Chasters out there, you're welcome. We've got you can see Liam Page just uploaded, of course. Millard with that 30-second penalty to serve in the pits. It's going to send them tumbling down the order, as we can see just how close the field really is. Let's get back on some external cameras there. ERS driver number 1, Milton Thomas Dennett, really off track. Going to have to watch that. There will be track limit violations handed out by the in-game stewards at the drop of a hat. Alex Phillips still trying to get his way past Edgar then. Both of them right over those curbs. No questions asked. Ben Sullivan's looking lively as well, all over the back of James Rollins. So the AM leader pressing one of the silver drivers at the moment. The McLaren versus the BMW, and just in the background as well we can see they're actually Rafa Campos and Klaus Christensen coming back together. 30-second penalty in an hour race is hard to recover from. It can be, it definitely can be, in a race like this with these conditions and so many drivers so close to one another. Yeah, it could, depending on how many takes it definitely is going to kick him right outside the top 5, if not the top 10. So yeah, you're probably right actually. For being in a 10 car class, yeah, that is going to be a painful one. If there's a full grid of 38, 37 he was racing against, then yeah, he can maybe get himself a recovery drive, but it is going to be a big one. 21 degree track temperature, so the track it's still pretty warm, all things considered. The rain is definitely tumbling down on Tom McCoven, making his way through the field in 12th. It is Seeley and Romano ahead of him. Romano's actually got the move done on Leon Seeley. He finds himself now back up to 10. Let's see if Alfie Barton, actually Kenny Millard as well. He is closed right back up. Let's get some Bailey Cam on the go. Yeah, he is closed right back up to Leon Page. He could look for some lead laps on track. Alex Phillips coming into the pits. So plenty early pit stoppers. Ian Egan, I think, is the lead driver. Yes, he is on track. That's taken his pit stop so far. 32nd position. Phillips is in the pits as Egan is coming around the last corner. Anton using the old AMG, Absolute Warrior. Yeah, he's not the only one. He is not the only one. I believe we don't do this often because it is a bit cheesy, but there we go. Yeah, listen to the sound of that. But yeah, Anton. Oh, that's the old Aston Martin. Sorry. Yes, yeah. So there's two old cars, the old Aston Martin and yeah, Tino Anton in the AMG. What an engine sound. Oh yeah. Let's just bask in the glory of that for a second. Although I tell you, let's bask in the glory of the battle that you can see just ahead of him. The Vita sounds so good, it really does. Chef's kiss, indeed. Wow, look at that rear view mirror as well, lighting up with the headlights behind them. Abrin, Mosa and Busick. Coming around the last corner, it is Tio Anton. Up at the front of the pack, it's still Liam Page leading the way. With Kenny Millard in second, Tavanari in third, and Alfie Barton still chapping on the door. It's Millard who's taking purple lap though. He's literally just, 2 laps ago, sorry, set the quickest lap of the race with a 51.8. The only driver on track so far to go sub 52 seconds. So he really has got some serious pace around this track. Page fending him off in the BMW at the moment. Alfie Barton definitely not done with this lot either, that is for sure. Oh, not there we go, that's for that. And he is looking to no doubt retake. Oh, yeah, he is having a bit of a wiggle actually. A little bit of crabbing there from Alfie. We might need to send him some Ethernet cables, get him sorted out. Matt Camelio is closing the gap. He's got Vitalik and McGee right behind him though. This could definitely play into McGee's hands. Trying to find a way past Vitalik to close up. Tavanari still pressing, trying to find his way past Millard. Genuinely not sure where to look at the moment. We've got America Sheetpress as well. As you can see, the cars still very close together right through the field, although there is blue flags there, so there must be drivers that have come out of the pits. Oh, we've got a parting of the seas. I've got Kashiktaras watching Iggy and Snell coming around the last corner now. Mike, there we go. I was wondering where you were. I was actually saying, like, yeah, Mike, if you're not racing, maybe you said hi in the chat. Yeah, what's going on with that? Ilko Busink, who was in the chat as well, saying hi earlier on. He's in the Honda, 23rd at the moment. Still cruising on. Tio Anton is who I'm looking for. No, that's Leon Seeley. There he is. Look at the train of cars there. Finds himself right in the middle. Kashiktaras and Snell just ahead. Abrinhosa and Busick just behind. Had a late work meeting here now. Excellent. Has this been action packed? Is this an SOP race? Is it in the wet at Hungaroring? Yes, it has. It has been absolutely epic. We saw Kenny Millard take pole position. Oh, and he's been overtaken. He has been overtaken. Right, let's see if we can get this to work again. Oh, and it's not gone back far enough, so that overtake must have been a while ago. But yeah, look at Tamanari has made his way past, and he's got himself up into second position. That is not too bad at all. Even Liam Page out in front. Camelio is going to close the gap as well. This should kick back in. Any second now. There we go, there we go, there we go. Come on, get back to the live racing. Yeah, these replays always seem like a good idea. Apparently not. But yeah, so that was Kenny Millard. I thought we would catch the overtake, but apparently not. What is going on? There we go. We're back in the race again, and it is Tavanari who's still got second position. Yeah, this I was actually saying that in opening, the Hungaro train. Really, instead of the Hungaroring, because it is, yeah, a tricky one to overtake it. Liam Page now finds himself under all the pressure. Tavanari has been released, it would seem. He set the quickest lap of the race with a 51.662 to Millard's 51.665. 3 thousandths of a second separating the quickest lap of Tamanari and Millard at the moment. But it is Millard that has most recently set these laps, and it is paying dividends at the moment. He sees the race leader literally just ahead of him. I tell you, Alfie Barn is giving Kenny Millard all kinds of headaches at the moment. Does seem to be lagging a bit as well. Kingy McGee still, oh, don't do this to me now, there we go. Still trying to find a way past Italic, Milton Tomlinson Dennis, applying pressure there. Nelson Pinto trying to get past Tony McCoven. He'll be trying to catch right back up to Zucchini. He did qualifying pole for the Silvers, but coming together early doors sees him down in second. Still plenty of time to go in these conditions. Who knows what is going to happen? Edgar Urich for the Silvers with James Rollins just behind him. Leon Seeley dropping down the order overall. He's got Ben Sullivan, the ARM lead driver at the moment, just behind him. Klaus Christensen and Iggy, 17th and 18th overall for the Silvers, with Campo and Snell, the two ARM leaders, not far behind at all. Second and third there on top of them. We've got another SOP car coming into the pits then. Let's have a look and see where Ian Egan is. And there he is there. Let's just have a look at that. So yeah, sorry, Ian Egan, the lead driver out with tracking. It is Rafa Campos actually that's come into the pits. He's a bit of damage there on the front of the BMW, it looks like. Let's see how this goes then. Look at Tavanari, still sandwiched in the middle there. So let's jump on board and see how it looks from his angle. There's Page just ahead. Oh, Millard is mounting that curve a bit much. He's got a ban applying that pressure, so the four of them for the lead of the race, right on top of one another. Go. Yes, so it is Tavanari. Sorry, they're a little bit distracted, but yeah. What's going on outside? There's a football match going on quite close. I'm worried about my car. It does get a bit lively up in the street there, but it all looks like they're behaving at the moment. How loose is this Lexus? Yeah, he's certainly putting in a lot of steer and action, that's for sure, but it's paying him dividends, given the pace that he's showing. Only a 10. Ooh, it's coming. Look how close he is getting there. Rear spoiler. The battle continuing in the background. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. Page, Tavanari, Millard and Byrne absolutely running away with that. We can see Camelio, Litalic just down the road. In fact, Thomas and Dennis has got the move done on Kingy McKee. He now finds himself up into 7th. That one snuck a bit under the radar. Leon Seeley and Ben Sullivan all over the back of James Rollins at the moment. Silver, Pro and Am as they're running at the moment. Yeah, Silver, Pro and Am that are coming through the chicane once again. The view off the back of Liam Page's spoiler is full of Lexus, Ferrari and McLaren badges. Alfie Barton definitely looking to join in with this battle. Look at Tavanari trying to get himself ahead as quickly as he can. Okay, let's have a look and see how Leon Seeley's getting on. It looks like he is pretty close as well. And he is right in the middle there again. And he has got... Oh yeah, it's James. Has he got the move done? Oh, he has. So Leland has got past James Rollins there. That's why I got confused with two SOP liveries, but the Audi is ahead of the McLaren. So Leland's got himself... Oh, and there's look at Tavanari come into the pits. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. There is an early one then. So that's left Page, Millard and Barton fighting out for the lead of the race. What a fight they're having at the moment. There's Tavanari in the pits. Barton in 3rd at the moment. The McLaren and the Ferrari very, very close to one another indeed. Just behind them is Litalic and Milton Tomlinson Dennis. Keeping pace as Lee King and McGee just popping into the shot as well. Still Marco Ticchini leading the way for the Silvers with Nelson Pinto in 2nd for that class. Edgar Urich is in 3rd. James Rollins in 4th. In the arms it's still Ben Sullivan on a charge. He has got, I'm not sure who that is behind him. It's not Klaus Christensen in the McLaren, that is for sure. It's Iggy, in fact. So Iggy's got his way. Oh no, Klaus has got past both of them. So Klaus has actually shown them both a clean pair of heels. It looks like Iggy is going to try and do the same as he goes round the outside. The two Silvers making their way through. Oh, and a Ben has got some damage there. Tavanari tumbling down the order as he comes out of the pits, 23rd. But yeah, let's just check there. It looks like Ben has got some serious damage on the front of his car. There's definitely separation between the bonnet and the front bumper. That is not going to do the aerodynamics any good. You're definitely going to need as much of that as possible in these conditions. Although, yeah, I don't think there's much aero to be had with this much rain in the air. Litalic still showing no pressure. Drive through. Somebody that's just come out of the pit's got a drive through. Oh, it's Nelson. That is, yeah. And that's not speeding in the pits, as I just said. Obviously, drive-throughs for track limits 35 minutes in, so an extra trip into the pits that will be for the Team Abbey driver. Absolutely not what you'd be hoping for there. He's got Ian Egan, I believe. Oh no, it's Mark Bunyan, sorry. That is Mark Bunyan just behind him. Jimmy Boy Horn closing in as well, so a lot of pressure being applied on track. That's all going to, of course, fall by the wayside when he does indeed come in to take that penalty. There is Ben Sullivan. Yeah, after that damage, he's had a big dent. He now finds himself in 2nd place for the AMS overall. It is Remco Snell who is now off and running for the AMS. Let's quickly jump back up the front. And it is As You Were, Page, Millard and Barton. Let's just check and see where I'll look at it. He's come back out. 24th position. He's got one car ahead of him. Not 100% sure who that is. Oh, it's one of the Sausage Dodgers. Of course it is. Is it? Yes it is, yes it is. It's the McLaren. It's the McLaren of Luke Sherlock, just ahead of him. He's coming out the pits as well. But other than that, look, he's got himself some pretty decent clear air ahead. So the undercut could well and truly be on here. Let's have a look and see Ilko Busink, in fact. Oh, no, there. Really need to make this thing easier to use. There we go. Managed to find him. Jump on board with Ilko in the Honda. He's got Snell just ahead of him. Anton in the old school Mercedes. Just behind him. Hey, Brazeland. Sadly, my internet dropped out. I hope my disconnect didn't cause any issues. Ah, Huckabee. Nightmare. Didn't realise that, mate. I didn't even realise that you dropped out, bud. But yeah, no longer on the list. Yeah, that is a bit of a sore one, mate. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Certainly I didn't notice anything here, any mad lag server spikes or anything. So yeah, hopefully no one was affected. Yep, sorry, let me just check that again. Glad you're keeping such a close eye. It's impossible to keep a close track of anything in these SOP races the way it all kicks off. But yeah, caught Bonnie there. Oh, the two SOP drivers up in the front though. They are still going in. It is this plane into Tavanari's hands. He's the driver with the clean track. He's definitely not doing any battling at the moment, that is for sure. These two absolutely, definitely are. Sorry, go for the old quick mouthful of tea before we crack on. Tomlinson Dennis promoted to fourth as well for Team ERS. He'll be looking for a bit of clean track as well to try and get himself cracking on. Car number 7, oh, Liam Page, yep, because he's the leader. But yeah, still very close up here. Let's have a look at that camera there, or do we get a better view mirror there? There we go. Let's go a little bit gaggle of traffic up behind. There's Vitalik, McGee, Takini and Christensen all coming into the pits then. 4 drivers all simultaneously shooting their way in. Just coming to the halfway mark of the race. The track's only lost a degree in temperature, so it should make the pit stop pretty easy as far as tyre choice goes, or tyre temperature, and get themselves back out on track. As you can see, the race leaders just coming up to a little group of cars ahead of them. How is this going to play into whose hands? That is 3 SOP cars ahead and 2 SOP cars leading the way on track. Currently going to try and make their way through. First McLaren out the way very quickly indeed. All 3 making it through very safely as they come to the second last corner. Up to the penultimate corner now. Again, a lot of SOP liveries on screen at the moment. Oh, and we've got an Aston down. That's Marcus Dusma then. Just running right through that penultimate corner. A lot of tarmac. Oh, and Millard has decided to come into the pits. So Liam Page will crack on. That is Mark Bunyan just ahead of him. So Millard is going to serve that 30-second penalty as well. He's followed in by Alfie Barton and Milton Tomlinson Dennis. Is Christian Romano? Nope, he's stayed out. Nelson Pinto has done the same. McCoven has come into the pits. Leon Seeley is staying out. James Rollins has come into the pits. Another SOP driver into the pits, promoting Iggy up to 9th overall. Where is Luca Tavanari? Just coming down through turn 11 through 12. At the moment, 12A, so he's going to come past the pit entrance. And we'll see how he gets on. Does that improve his position any? Millard is still in the pits, and look at Tavanari. It's coming past the pit straight then. Oh, and Alfie Barn is out with the pits ahead of Millard. What's going on? Oh, because Millard's got the penalty, John. Calm down. So it was obviously that's going to happen. He's got the... Oh, Kingy got a... Oh, what? So he has. He has absolutely got himself a drive-through. That is going to see him tumble down the order as well. Oh, that is absolutely brutal. Millard serving out that penalty. And it is now 2 seconds. Oh, Kingy. He's just got himself a stop-go for speeding in the pit lane. Dude, what are you doing? Come on. Got all of the commentary. Why are you on your Todd? Simon is working. Alex does RDC on a Wednesday night. Bailey's at uni. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. I did hope beyond hope, but there is a potential we might have a bit of a surprise in the commentary box for the last half of the race. We shall see, we shall see. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Just having a look just now to see if there is any sign. Not the one, but yes, it is just myself. Me, myself and I. The problem is as well, double O'Raven. Exactly, the problem is as well, we can't really afford the therapy bills for people that spend the whole race in the commentary box with me. Yeah, it's tough work for them. Iggy has come into the pits. He was 6th overall when he did come in. It's Luca Tavanari that we're going to declare the on-the-track leader, though he has overtaken Millard by way of Millard's 30-second penalty. Liam Page. Oh yeah, sorry Liam. Yeah, because Liam was battling McKenny. There's a 2-second gap back to Alfie Barnes, so it's all looking very good for Luca Tavanari at the moment. Ooh, we've got ding-a-lings. Not used username. If you like it, it's the way to do it, you know. Welcome to the chat. Thank you very much for the follow. Forget my G's actually. If you do want to get involved in the race, and why on earth wouldn't you? The easiest way to do that. Oh, Neil Nipples. Neil Nipple. Neek. Neekipples? Neek Nipples. Yep, you're going to have to give me a pronunciation of that. Jump on the Discord link. Jump into the Discord chat. And you can get yourself on track. We've got PlayStation and, of course, PC races. As you see, K-Nipples. Indeed. I'm glad that is someone's name, and I get a lot of trouble. Christian Romano is coming to the pits. He finds himself up into 2nd by virtue of staying out. Nelson Pinto is staying out as well. So he is now in 2nd overall, the silver driver. He'll be looking to put in as many laps as he can to overturn the lead that Marco Tacchini had as he came in. There we go, first time Jar. Good evening, Nick. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you drive yourself? Let us know. Get involved. We've got racing on the go. Hi from Rookie Monsters. Ah, 8Wiser. Excellent. I'm about to unfollow again for that pronunciation. To be fair, it could have been a lot worse. You could have gone and say just unfollow because of that pronunciation, but the fact you're going to unfollow and refollow, so that's fine. That's fine, pal. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't offend you. But yes, Nick Nipples, welcome from SOP and from the Rookie Monsters. Christian Mano back out on track. Let's see what this does to his overall position. He's had a good run. Look at Tavanari. Tell you what, he's just ahead of him actually. Alfie Barr, Milton Thomas and Dennis. And there is Christian Romano just in the background with Alex. He is ahead, I believe, of Ian Egan, Marco Tacchini and McCoven as well. Does it not work? I've always wondered if that would happen. I wonder if there's a setting actually. Yeah, now I'm thinking about that. We'll need to get that worse. Well, Nick Nipples, anytime you want me to pronounce your name, bud, You just jump in a chat and say hi. Who are you cheering on? I noticed that that was one of the rookie monsters that said hello. Are you on the rookie? Oh, Nelson Pinto's coming to the pits. Squirrel. Nelson Pinto. I'm easily distracted, by the way. But yeah, no. So who are you here to cheer on, or are you just here to see some racing? You want to get involved? Get involved. Get the steering wheel. Get the tyres on the tarmac, man. With everything on. Get the bit of Christian Romano trying to get himself. Klaus Christensen trying to get himself past James Rollins. The two McLaren drivers coming into the chicane once again. They've got a blue flag. I believe that is Morris just ahead of them. It doesn't work. The Grandad. The shitty one. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Let's see where he is. Hopefully I get this one right. I hope this is the same in-house joke that we're going for. But yeah, Nelson Abernholzer for Team Abbey. There we go. I hope that's the right Grandad joke. If it's not, then I apologise. But it should be. It should be. Nelson is old enough to be your Grandad. There's no way he's old enough to be my Grandad. I'm 44. So yeah, there's no danger he's old enough to be my Grandad. If he is actually old enough to be my Grandad, then yeah, that's that is impressive. He's still out on track, banging in the laps that he is. At the moment, it is Klaus Christensen that is looking like he's trying to make some overtakes and get himself in the field. Rafa Campos is putting in some very quick laps, as is Ben Sullivan at the moment for the old Sausage Dodgers, trying to make his way back through the field. Leon Seeley just popping into the timing board there as well. He's got Alex Phillips in the Bentley trying to close his way up as well. So there we go. People are figuring out who people are. Let's see how Takini is getting on. Oh, and I tell you what. Oh, he's done it, he's done it, he's done it. He's only gone and done it, and he's only just done it by the look of it. Yes, he has. Nelson, Mr. Death Zone Pinto, has retaken the lead in the silver class. So whatever happened early doors, that is absolutely been overturned in that pit stop then. So whatever he did it absolutely right. And just to help matters, he's got Tony McCoven, one of the rookie monsters in the Porsche, has made his way in between them. Tim Williams coming in the pits for his mandatory pit stop up in the arms. So we'll see how far he can hang on to that. Liam Page still out on track, happily lapping away. 21 minutes left to go. Again, not much temperature dropped on the track surface itself, so definitely aiding the drivers staying out as long as they want, as long as they've got some clean air in front of them. Why wouldn't you? Klaus Christensen definitely doesn't. He's trying to get his way past James Rollins. This is a battle for points inside the top 5 for the Silvers. Pinto, Takini and Urich leading the way at the moment. There's Tim Williams just leaving the pits after that mandatory stop. And I tell you what, Christensen's got Iggy and Kasikteris just behind them. McLaren, BMW, Ferrari. Oh, he's going to try and go around the outside, which is going to leave the door open for Iggy. I think Iggy's going to be the big beneficiary here. The way this lot are battling, and I tell you that Bentley is going to have some straight line speed even in these conditions. Oh, and he's having a look, he's having a look, he's having a look. Oh, and that's Page in the pits. Excellent. Someone is paying attention. You can come back again. Christian Romano trying to get his way past Latalik. Still, the big question though is, where is Luca Tavanari? He is. Wow, he's coming around the last corner. Liam Page is already off and running. Luca Tavanari is just passing the start-finish straight, and Liam Page is still rolling. Luca Tavanari has only gone and done it. There's Page in the background, just exiting the pits. What a drive. Got a, yeah, absolute mile. Luca undercut should work. Absolutely nailed that one. What a drive once again by Luca Tavanari. Just unbelievable. Already taken the top spot 3 times this season. We've had 3 races, and it looks like he's strategised and driven his way to the top spot again here, round number 4. Phenomenal stuff. Bear with me a second, please. I'm going to stick this on auto. I will be back with you all in 2 minutes flat. Sorry, 2-6. Hello, hello. I am back. No, Mike, unfortunately for you guys, you haven't quite lost me. I am back once again. Let's see, this is Iggy. Looks like he's making moves on Klaus Christensen with Amir Kashiktaras. Getting himself involved. We should maybe leave all the camera on autopilot again, so I had to do a quick... we do our own commentary, exactly. SOP, we took the idea from IKEA. This is oh, Iggy got brave up the inside, mounted the curb. It's going to be the exit. And Kenny Millar's got a purple lap actually just though. It's going to be Klaus Christensen that gets the exit he wants. Kashiktaras looking for a little bit of a love tap there. Does manage to hold it together, but it's given Kashiktaras to look up the inside. Of course, he's going to be on the outside on the right hand, and the McLaren in front is going to get the line he wants. The BMW is going to have to defend all the way through there. A lot of flashing lights from Amir Kashiktaras. Let's have a look and see. I was going to say Eco Busik's leading, but yeah, of course, he hasn't taken his pit stop yet. Christian Romano is currently all over the back. In fact, he's up the inside of Letalik, the ERS driver, on a great comeback at the moment then. Let's have a look. Oh, is it? No. Yeah, no surprise for the second half of the race, unfortunately. But hopefully will be coming soon, don't worry. Watch this space. Like leaving you in suspenders. Let's go and have a look at this group here. Definitely no suspenders hanging about with Klaus, Iggy and Amir, the 3 of them right on top of one another. In fact, Amir's just dropped off ever so slightly as Iggy looking to get his way past. Wow, that is a really badly placed camera or bridge, depends which way you're looking at the BMW. Placing himself every place he hopes he can find a move, but no move can be found at the moment. Some stout defending from Klaus in the McLaren. Let's have a look at over his spoiler. Come on, camera, keep up. There we go. Ooh, bit of a wiggle from the BMW on exit. That's going to give the Ferrari a bit of a sniff on the way in. Letalik's not done with Romano either. Only half a second separating those two in the silvers. Let's stick on board with this at the moment, though, is Kashiktaras. Again, a lot of pace into that corner. The BMW with a lot of pace out of the corner. The McLaren is showing them both a clean pair of heels. And there's Rollins in the background as well. He won't be long in catching up. I've got another battle with Tim Williams as well. He has got Bunyan just ahead of him. And Juzma just behind. I believe, is that Matt Camelio? No, can't be. Nope, he's not in a plain white car. Huckabee, of course, disconnected. Nelson still out on track. Kashiktaris and Iggy, look how close they are coming through that time board again. Wow, looking for any place he can. He's run deep there, a little bit late on the brakes, and he's going to have to yield through that chicane, and it is Kashiktaris who takes the place then. That promotes him to 5th position in class. It is Nelson Pinto. What a drive again from Nelson. Some kind of early incident saw him dropped off the top spot. What a pit strategy from heaven. He never disappoints in the pits, this Mr. Death Zone. He finds himself back leading the way further down the field. We've still got Matt Camello trying to get past Ben Sullivan at the moment. You can see the flames spitting in the back of that McLaren as they come into the chicane. 23 laps in for these silver drive, for the pro driver at the moment actually. Of course, Matt in the pro class. Finally trying to get his way past Sullivan. Of course, no yielding at all is expected. This is a race between all the drivers. Doesn't matter what class you're in, you're racing for an overall position as well. So you certainly won't be giving up the ghost any time soon. Romano, Tomlinson, Dennis have swapped positions from qualifying. It was Romano that took ERS plaudits without qualifying his teammate, but the race gods have seen fit to give Milton the ERS race plaudits apart, other than the quali. Sorry, I got myself distracted there because Kenny Millard is actually about to get in a bit of a battle with Alex Phillips then. Phillips, of course, repping Indigo Lime Racing and AKM this season, hence the green trim on the AKM livery. But these two, definitely well known to one another. Oh, Tony McCoven in the top 10 gets himself a drive-through for track limits with 12 minutes to go. That is not what you want to be seeing at the top of the time in Delta. Mustafa Ranjbar, who started from the pits, he's got his way up to 16th, so he's absolutely flying in that Porsche. I bet he wishes he had pretty much any driver other than Ilko Busek just ahead of him. That is not going to be an easy overtake, I would surmise. Speaking of overtakes that aren't going to be easy, Amir Kashiktaris is now trying to get his way past Klaus Christensen. Yep, see previous statement. Klaus has managed to fend off Iggy so far, and we know that Iggy is very, very quick indeed. Amir showing a great turn of pace in the Ferrari at the moment, now applying pressure to Klaus. A very even rate of knots here. Klaus is soaking up. Of course, this is for 4th position in class. We've had with McCoven dropping out, we can actually see the gap between Nelson Pinto and Marco Tacchini. All the clearer 6 seconds it is. So the gap is just increased and increased. Nelson on an absolute charge since he got himself out of the pits, and it has worked wonders, retaking the lead of the silver. So phenomenal drive there. There's Tony McCoven just tumbling down the order, coming back out after serving that drive through for the track limits. Always a painful one. Let's see how Iggy and the gang are getting on back here. Iggy still 6/10 behind Amir, who is still parked in the back pocket. Jonathan Reed, how we doing, bud? Slippy. Yeah, you could safely say. The track temperature started at 21 degrees. It's now down to 19, so there hasn't been much track temperature variation for the drivers to deal with. But if we have a looky, even in the 720p that we're forced to broadcast in because of Twitch's bandwidth strangulation policy, you can still see puddles and wet curbs left, right and centre. Singing Goodnight Girl for some reason. Wanna say the word, no, don't get me singing Wet, 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 my goodness gracious me. Yeah, although I think I might used to do that at Christmas family dues. You know, back in the day, when you're 12 jumping about doing all your Michael Jackson impressions, but Wet, Wet, Wet. Oh yeah, gotta love it. Bit of a, is that, sorry, too much of an insight. Alfie Barn. Let's have an insight into this McLaren driver. He's promoted to the pros after showing some outstanding pace in the silvers, and it would appear that was definitely the right move. 6.9 seconds behind Luca Tavanari in my books is a pretty decent race. I couldn't even finish 6.96 behind Luca in qualifying. With 9 minutes left to go, Alfie Barn in the McLaren. It's never going to get old, and I'm not even sorry. Finds himself in second place. Liam Page, one time and long time race leader. Still finds himself on the podium, but it is spot number 3 at the moment. He's got a teammate on track, just about backing him up, but Milton Tomlinson Dennis is under my umbrella. Ella, Right, don't encourage me. Do not encourage me, Jonathan. Honestly, you know better than that, young man. You know better than that. Christian Romano is trying to close up. He will definitely be trying to take the top spot honours for the ERS team in that Mercedes. He can overdo requests. Yeah, no, because as soon as you say we're doing requests, someone will say, can I request the commentator shut up and never sing again, please? And that really hurts my feelings sometimes. I'm only kidding. But yeah, just as long as it's not Eminem, I get into trouble for that apparently. Don't know why. Goldie looking chain, I'm not allowed to do them either. But let's have a look. There is still racing on track, believe it or not. Ian Egan has actually closed the gap massively on Benjamin Lethality. Why is there Scottish traditional? When I wake up, well, I know I'm going to be the man who wakes up next to you. Yes, we got it! 7 minutes left to go. My prayers have been answered, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened, it's happened, it's happened. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure. I'm not even going to do one of my cheap tacky jokes because I am delighted to welcome Kane Denham back into the commentary box.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, John. Good morning, SOP. How we doing? We've got some rain. What an action-packed event we've got here, mate. Look out.
Oh,
Lewis Capaldi 2.0, John. And we've got him singing. We've got all this action on track. And you lot in the chat have got John singing. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, look at the slidey on Keegan there.
Oh,
yeah. How are we, John?
Indeed. Oh, mate, I'm absolutely phenomenal that you're here in the comedy box. It's been far too long since we've had your Antipodean tones join us on the airwaves. So, yeah, I'm delighted. And as you've said, yeah, the race has been absolutely off the charts, mate. Hungaroring. Who says you can't overtake here? The rain has belayed that. Our drivers have put everything out there. And guys like Nelson Pinto, I know that you know Mr. Death Zone as well. We spent time driving with the guy. Massive result for him. Took pole in the silvers, dropped down the order after an early incident, and yeah, pit stopped his way right back to the top spot, as you and I know he is more than capable of doing.
In that beautiful Mercedes as well. I love it, Mr. Death Zone. Do love a nice green Mercedes. Oof, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Very quick, Nelson. We do know that firsthand, don't we, John?
Indeed we do.
You can see the aliens have let Luca back on Earth for another season. Luca's
he's just set the fastest lap of the race as well.
Of course he has. Time
of
to
course
do it.
He has.
Low on fuel, with 6 seconds in front. Why not push for the fastest lap?
Exactly.
Push down the inside there.
Yeah, so it's been a great race. So I'm totally overwhelmed. It's great to have you back in the comedy box. Hopefully we'll get you back in a lot more often. It is in the dying stages, but it's an SOP race, so we'll know what happens in the last 10 minutes. It's action. Won't be any up at the top, right at the front of the grid, but Edgar Urick certainly in 12th. Closing in, another name that's well known to Kane. Not under the AKM banner, we've got AJ to the P, Alex Phillips. He's repping for AKM and Indigo Line. Thought he would back up Lee Kingy McGee and the gang against the onslaught of the rookie monsters. But then SOP said, hold my beer, we're going to enter 11 drivers rather than the rookie monsters 8. But it's the rookie monsters and AKM that are battling away at the moment. They're looking about the closest, although Ian Egan. And did you see what car Ian Egan was driving, Kane? The Ian Egan, the font of all knowledge. Yes. No, that's right.
Yes,
you can say it out loud. You can say it out loud.
I've had the pleasure of having this conversation with you off air, John, already.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just
I'm a little bit disappointed in Ian, but we'll let that slide. Doing well in this series thus far. Yes, in that Ferrari. One can't see on track.
Yeah,
In
oh God.
that Ferrari. And, thought he'd sworn he'd never used that Ferrari, but we'll leave that alone.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. He is doing well. He's got Benjamin Italic, another one of the rookie monsters, just ahead of him. These two fighting for honours inside the top 7. Liam Page is actually closing just a bit on Alfie Barn, who's dropping off the back of Luca Tabanari. So it does look like Alfie is dropping his pace at the minute. But he's another driver. He'll be a new name to you as well, Kane. Alfie Barn. He actually started life in the Silvers, believe it or not, but obviously after the end of race 1 he put in an absolutely stellar performance and won it, and gave the pros a bit of a whipping as well. Unsurprisingly, it popped him up to the pros, and here he finds himself ahead of Page, Dennis, Romano, Egan, Tacchini, Millard, Phillips, Kingy McGee. That's quite the scalps that he's going to be able to take here in the rain.
Yeah, absolutely. And in that McLaren
Yes.
as well. We don't often see that at the top of those leaderboards. So good to see there Alfie Barron doing well in that McLaren for sure.
Indeed. And let's just do a quick catch up as well, because there's not much action. Oh, Ian Egan is closing up on the Italic.
Egan's definitely closing there. So closing back in the last lap there. So looking for a late. Oh, he's definitely throwing that Ferrari around. He's learned how to do that very quickly.
Yes,
inside here, John.
Yeah, I think you might. Who's that they've got ahead of him? I can't. That's 31st position. So that is a car that's going to have to get themselves out of the way. It's Rafa Campos in the arms. This is going to be an interesting one into turn 1. Oh, Rafa wasn't quite sure what to do there. Almost turned back in and did his teammate a huge favour there, but did manage to avoid any contact. Ian Egan lives to fight another day, so does Litalic as they come into turn number 2. Tony McCoven just out of the sin bin, in fact, trying to make his way back up through the field. He's got Mustafa Ransbar, so 2 Porsches. Minute 45 left to go. We're in danger of me missing the winner across the finish line, but hey, see, Kane, some things change, some things just really don't.
Some things just don't. Absolutely. And on some rain on any track definitely doesn't make it for a boring race at all, John. These guys look like they've been on the limit pretty much the whole race.
Yeah, they really have. Like I say, the lap times have been tumbling, and they've been nose to tail, lap after lap through several portions of the race. There is Wolfgang Kuhn just getting out of the way. He'll not be used to being this far down the order. Of course, we've seen him in the endurance races much further up the field, so I'm not sure what went on there with him. Not his best performance. Still on with Ian Egan, though. Ferrari on Ferrari action. The leader is on the final lap. So look at Tavanari once again. He barely led this race, Ken. He's come into this. He started in about 3rd or 4th. Hovered about in 2nd until the pit stops. Came in for the early undercut and came out 6 seconds ahead. Just the guy. I mean, it's beyond daily. I mean, the first thing you said was the aliens have given him us back for another season. He just really is head and shoulders above the rest of the field once again.
Sounds like he spent the entire off-season getting those pit stops nailed to the absolute T there. So that's a big bonus to be able to have in these races. Knowing you can undercut, jump out in front of those pit stops. That's very, very handy for Luca.
Yeah, it really is. Not so handy for Phillips. It's one of Luca's teammates. Edgar Hurek trying to find his way past Ian Egan. Oh, they're still forcing the issue there. We're going to have to jump back and forward though. Tavanari is halfway through the lap. Let's see what Ian Egan's going. I get shot if I don't watch to get them crossing the line. Either do. Simon properly throws a hissy fit. It's incredible. We need to get him a hot bottle of milk and get his nappy changed. It's just it's just hard work. So we're better just watch them. Oh, there you go, just coming past Mr. Abrunhosa into the penultimate corner, and it is look at Tavanari to make it 4 from 4. Laguna Seca, Imola, Nürburgring, and is now going to notch another win on that very impressive belt of his here at the Hungaroring, and he's taking the fastest lap. Just for good measure, Alfie Barron is going to take second position, and Liam Page is going to round out the podium in third. Let's have a look and see. No change in that position there, so congratulations to Milton Tomlinson. Dennis is going to take fourth position, just ahead of his teammate Christian Romano. Great recovery drive from Chromedix. The potential there is unbelievable. Benjamin Tarlick did manage to fend off Ian Egan for 6th and 7th, and it is Nelson Pinto. Absolutely delighted for that one, Kane. Leader of the Silvers, Mr. Death Zone, gets himself a well-deserved win.
Yeah, great result there, and well placed too amongst those higher ranked drivers there. Good middle of the pack finish there, first for his class, and yeah, good top 10 result there. Throws that Mercedes, throws it around after the finish line there, bucks it up. Big celebration there from Nelson. He'll be extremely happy with that, no doubt. Throwing it there, he goes again. But yeah, what a been, see the Lexus up the top there too, John. I can't let that slip there. Have you the Lexus up the top? Lucas Havanari.
Yeah, in the Lexus, slight Flexus.
An odd, yeah, it's a little odd choice there, but making it work.
Yeah,
really well.
Yeah, and Eco Bullsync as well. If it wasn't for that drive-through penalty in the Honda. Often you see the Hondas these days. That is the way. Yeah, that is the way forward, though. Absolutely flying it, I think. Big shout out to the AM winner, Remco Snell. Managed to gather himself. He is, of course, leading second in that championship. Rafa Campos finishing well down the order. That's done him the world of good in his charge. Tim Williams took pole position in that class, finds himself finishing second overall, so on the podium, still a very good position to finish. Ben Sullivan, there it goes, finished in third. 0 popularity ballast, so great choice indeed. Yeah, definitely popularity ballast. The popularity ballast. There's the flying doctors. I have so missed commentating in the UK.
That's very slow on the mute there. It's been a while for me as well. I knew that one coming.
Quality. I've totally lost my train of thought there. That was amazing. Good stuff. Thanks for the stream. Abweiser, thank you very much for tuning in, bud. Cheering on the rookie monsters. Yeah, we'll do our best. Well, of course, we'll do a quick raid, so please hang about and we'll share some SOP ACC love. We'll pop on some highlights for you in the meantime. With just a quick reminder, of course, this championship is sponsored by Grid Finder, where you can find and search, where you can search for and have sim racing communities just like ourselves and thousands of others. What's going on there? That's totally never mind. Grid Finder lets you search racing leagues quickly and easily, whether you want to race an ACC like this or other sim titles like R Factor or iRacing. There's a selection of over 30 racing titles hosted by thousands of communities alike. You can also find on Grid Finder an option to search for broadcasters and commentary teams, and even livery designers who can create that next livery you desire. If you run a community yourself and you're watching this, head over to grid-finder.com and get yourself signed up. So there we go, that's that all done and dusted. What a race that was. The absolute highlight had to be Kane jumping back in the comedy box. That has absolutely made my week. So great to have you back in, Kane. You know I'm going to ask you, we're going to see you again soon. What do we reckon of the work schedule? Do you think we're going to be able to work something out to get you on board for a few more?
I've definitely got plans to come and do a couple of sneaky ones, a couple of roster changes. As always, it's the morning school runs that get in the way at the moment, so just need to sort 1 or 2 out. But yes, that's the plan, John. I'm going to try and come back.
Excellent!
For a full race and get in on all of that action. But yeah, we won't throw any dates out there yet. I'll have a little bit of a play around and
my
sort
people,
that out soon. And
my people will talk to your people, and your people can talk to my people, and we can
Yeah,
We can sort
that's
something
exactly. Yeah. I didn't want to sound so up. But yeah,
You're in good company, Kane. You uppity all you want, sweetheart. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, enough of me,
Mr.
Kane and
Death
Rifle.
Zone, can we get more wet races? Mr. Death Zone, yes. I'll say yes. I will give it out there. I've been back for 10 minutes. Yes, let's get more wet races.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, 100 million percent. I'm definitely on board with that. Let's get some more wet races. 100%. But as I say, that is all time we've got time for. I've got to be up in about 5 hours to go to work. So we're going to call it night. We're going to go and raid the Earl at Ipswich. Very quick driver, good friend of Linksay, who races with us as well. So jump on board and say hello. Looks like you're settling in for a night of racing. Thank you to everyone that took part in the race. Thank you to the sponsors, Good Finder. Thank you to Kane for jumping back in the commentary box.
Thanks for having me, everyone. Look forward to making it back again.
Superb, can't wait till you come back. And thank you, of course, to SOP and Gridfinder for sponsoring and putting on the event. If you do want to get involved, of course, there is the Discord link. Get yourself involved. As I say, we're going to go and raid the Earl of Ipswich, so jump on board. Tell them all said hi, and we shall see you again here at SOP on Sunday night. Get your calendar set, get the notifications switched on. We'll see you then. Take it easy, stay safe. Good night. There we go.